Okay, so find yourself a space and let's get started. Welcome to today's Pilates class. So we're going to start off today, first of all, just rising up on one foot and then the other foot. So like you're walking on the spot, treading water, lifting one heel and then the other heel. And I want you to circle your wrists at the same time. Good. Okay, placing your feet down. So we're just going to roll your shoulders a couple of times. And relax, just tilting your head to one side. And then tilting your head to the other side. So this time lift your arm up, reach over to one side. And then reach over to the other side. So just flexing from side to side. And then we're going to twist. So take those arms out wide and a little twist round from side to side. Good. Now you can either keep your arms out wide or hands on your hips. And I want you to pick up your knee. Open your knee out to the side and back to the center. So try and keep that leg lifted, opening in the hip out to the side and back to the center. So if you're feeling a little wobbly, you can have toe on the floor and just open the hip there with your toe on the floor. Let's try and do two more though. So keep that head up, focus on something. And then let's change legs. So imagine you're drawing in pelvic floor as if you're tightening a belt from hip to hip and then just opening in the hip, moving your leg out to the side and back to the center. Let's do two more. Good, lovely balance. Feet about hip width apart, bending your knees, take a squat down and up. So pushing your hips back. And then we're going to roll forward, tucking your head in as you curl forward. You can bend your knees slightly. And then roll back up, restack that spine. So in your own time, just rolling down and up. Imagine you're peeling your back off the wall behind you. And then roll back up. Let's do two more. Good. Let's make our way down to the floor. So we're going to start off lying on your back. Knees bent, ready for a bridge. So we're going to roll up into that bridge, but I want you to hold that bridge. So squeeze your glutes, your bottom, keep your hips lifted and make sure you're not wobbling. We're going to lift your hands to the ceiling and then scissoring your arms. So you're taking one arm back, one arm forward. Again, squeeze your glutes. Make sure your knees and hips aren't wobbling. And closing all passageways, drawing in pelvic floor. Keep those hips up high. Bringing your arms down as you roll back down. And then relax. Find that neutral spine this time. So just a small gap under your lower back. Picking up your right leg knee bent. So opening in the hip, that leg out to the side and back to the center. So like we did standing, you're just moving your leg out to the side and back to the center. So all the time tightening that belt from hip to hip. Keeping your left knee still and just lightly resting that left foot on the floor. Now let's change legs. Lightly rest your right foot on the floor. Pick up your left leg, knee bent. So again, just opening in the hip, moving your leg out to the side and back to the center. And then let's relax both feet back down, lifting your hands to the ceiling. Relax your shoulders, chin tucked. So picking up both legs, knees bent. Take a breath in and open your arms out wide to the floor at the sides. Breathing out as you lift them back up to the ceiling. So breath in, arms opening wide. Breath out, arms lifting back up. Check your back's not arching, so think belly button to spine. And then relaxing there, have a little hug or a stretch. Single leg stretch, so let's reset, finding that neutral spine again. Level one, just picking up your right leg. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, stretch your leg forward. Breathe in, bend it back in. So level one, just your right leg. Level two, both legs lifted. And we're going to do alternate legs. Stretching your leg forward, bending it back in, changing legs. Nice and slowly still, making sure your back doesn't arch, and just relaxing your shoulders and arms. Good. So level ones, you're going to change legs, left leg only. Still breathing out as you stretch your leg forward. Level twos, we're continuing alternate legs. One more. And then relaxing there, have a little hug or a stretch. So let's roll over onto your right hand side. Now we're going to start with your arm out long and your legs long. So resting your head on your arm, stretch long, and your top hand resting on your top leg. So we're just going to balance either one leg lifted or both legs lifted. Hold that balance. Imagine you're pulling your waist in. And then slowly lowering and lifting your legs. So you can have hand on the floor if you're wobbling, or hand on your side. And if you need to, you can do one leg or you can do two legs. So lots of choice. Smoothly though, without wobbling. And relax, bending your bottom knee, top leg stays long and straight, floating that top leg forwards. So getting a nice stretch in the back of your leg in that hamstring as you kick your leg forward, slowly as far forward as you can. You can have hand on the floor or hand on your side. Let's do one more. And then we're going to bring that top knee over. Bottom leg long and straight. So first of all, just holding that leg up as high as you can. So squeezing that inner thigh, leg nice and high. Little pulses up and down an inch. And then all the way down, all the way up. So legs staying long and straight. Let's do 5 more. And then we're going to roll over onto your hands and knees. So on your hands and knees, draw your shoulders back. Stretch out and balance, opposite arm, opposite leg. And we're just going to hold that balance. Make sure you're not overreaching with your arm. So shoulders pulled back. Pull that belly button to spine. And then let's change sides. So again, keep your shoulders pulled back from your ears. Keep that head and neck in line. Check that your hips aren't twisting. And then let's lower down onto your tummy. So we're going to start with your arms down by the sides of your legs. Lifting your upper body, we're going to hold it there today. So squeeze your bottom, keep your head, chest and arms lifted. Squeeze those shoulders back and still breathe. And then relax. This time bending your elbows, so arms at the side, elbows in line with your shoulders. We're going to lift up and down. So lifting head, chest and arms up and then back down. Now imagine there's a little candle on the floor underneath your tummy. So pull your tummy in away from the flame. Legs are still on the floor, just lifting your upper body. Relaxing there. Lengthen your arms in front of you and just slide your shoulders back. Still think about that flame underneath you, so belly button to spine. We're going to lift opposite arm, opposite leg. Changing each time, but without rocking from side to side. So just a small lift up and down, opposite arm, opposite leg. And then relaxing there. You can relax your head and arms wherever's comfortable for you. Legs together. So we're going to start with our left leg. Lift your leg up off the floor an inch, out to the side, back to the center and down. So again, left leg lifts up off the floor, out to the side, back to the center and down. Keep doing that. So squeezing your thighs, squeezing your glutes. Now let's change legs. Right leg lifting up, out, in and down. Still imagine you're tightening a belt from hip to hip, pulling your tummy in, or as if there's a flame on the floor, lifting your tummy away from the floor. And relaxing there. So we're going to go back to taking your arms down by the sides of your legs. And we're going to lift and hold again. So lifting up head, chest and arms. Now you can either keep your legs on the floor or this time squeeze your ankles together and lift your legs. So legs fairly straight, squeezing your thighs and glutes, just a little lift of your legs. And keep breathing. And relax. Let's have a little stretch back in child's pose. So knees apart, sinking your hips back. And then let's come back up to sitting. Turn yourself round, legs in front. So start with your knees bent and a nice tall spine. Arms in front of you. We're going to take a little lean back and then a twist from side to side. So imagine you're lifting a heavy box from one side to the other. Good. Now lengthen your legs. Have a little wiggle back on those sitting bones. Arms in front of you. So we're going to open your arm, follow your hand with your head, come back to the center, change arms. So we're rotating in our spine. Pull your tummy in as you sit up tall. Twisting round. Relaxing there. Make sure you've got room behind you. Slowly roll back down to the floor. And then let's reset. Knees bent, arms relaxed down by your sides. Have a little rock of your hips. Find that neutral spine. So engaging pelvic floor. And let's start by lengthening your right leg up to the ceiling. Stirring it round in a big, slow circle. So stirring that thigh bone in your hip socket. But again, imagine you're tightening a belt from hip to hip. Keep your left knee still. Now let's change direction, round the other way. Let's change legs. So lightly resting your right foot on the floor, lengthening your left leg. And again, a nice big circle, stirring that left leg. And then let's change direction. And relaxing your feet back down. Lifting your arms back up to the ceiling. So we're going to scissor those arms again, one arm back, one arm forward. As your arm comes forward, you're going to push your leg forward. So level 1, just sliding your leg close to the floor. Level 2, starting with legs lifted. And as you're scissoring your arms, pushing your leg forward in the air. So breathing out as you stretch out, lengthening from fingertips to toes. Making sure your back's not arching. And relaxing there. Have a little hug or a stretch. Let's take those arms out wide again, knees and ankles together. So just gently twisting from side to side. We're not going all the way over, just 45 degrees. So just twisting halfway. Either twisting with your feet on the floor or level 2, feet lifted. So keep those shoulder blades glued to the floor, slowly twisting from side to side. And then relaxing there. Let's roll over onto your left-hand side. So again, lengthen your legs, lengthen your arm, hand on your side to balance. Either one leg or both legs lifted, just holding that balance there. So pulling your bottom rib away from the floor, stretching your legs away from you. Now slowly lifting and lowering your legs. So you choose one leg or both legs, hand on the floor to help you balance, or hand on your side. Keep it a nice smooth lift up and down without wobbling. And relax. Bending that bottom leg, top leg straight, float that top leg forwards as far as you can. So nice slow kick through the air, feeling that stretch in your hamstring. And then let's bring that top knee over, lengthen your bottom leg. So again, let's hold that bottom leg up as high as you can. Check you're still drawing your tummy muscles in. Little pulses up and down. And then all the way down, all the way up. Five more. And then let's come back up to sitting. So, hands just slightly behind you, picking up either one leg or both legs. Lift your head and chest. We're just going to balance there. So you can have legs low or legs high. And relax. Have a little hug forward. This time, sit up tall and lean back. Imagine you're holding a big ball. Draw your shoulder blades down. Activate your core. And then your challenge, lift your legs. Bent knees or straight legs. And relax. So have a little wiggle, shuffle back on those sitting bones, spine stretch. We're going to reach up to the ceiling and then fold forwards. Just to where you can, roll back up, restack that spine. Breathing out as you fold forward. Let's do two more. And relaxing there. Make sure you've got room behind you again as you roll back down to the floor. So let's start with those knees bent. Finding that neutral spine. Engaging pelvic floor. Bent knee scissors. Lifting one leg, knee bent. Lowering it back down. Lifting the other leg, knee bent. So level one, changing feet at the floor each time. Keep that tension in your tummy. Make sure your back doesn't arch. Level two, we're going to start with both legs lifted. Tapping one foot down, bringing it back up, changing legs at the top. So keep it slow. Think move from the hip. Arms and shoulders relaxed, chin tucked. Have a little hug or a stretch. So this time, both legs lifted. You can have knees bent or legs straight. And we're going to stir your hips round in a big circle. So as if you're rolling up one side, across the top, down the other side and across the bottom. Change direction. Stir the other way. Have a little hug or a stretch. Lengthen both legs up to the ceiling. Grab hold of your right leg. Flattening your back, take a breath in. As you breathe out, slowly lower your left leg, stopping before your back arches. Slowly lift it back up. Changing legs at the top. Breathe out as you lower your leg. Breathe in as you lift it back up. Breathing out, belly button to spine, flattening your back. Breathing in, slowly pulling your leg back up. So, harder option, arms relaxed on the floor. Make sure your back doesn't arch. Nice and slowly on the way up. One more with each leg. Now grab hold of your right leg, place your left foot on the floor. So right leg long and straight, just pointing and flexing your ankle. Make sure your lower back's pushing into the floor. Relaxing your foot, gently pull your leg a little closer. Bend your knee, crossing right ankle to left thigh. We're just going to hug that right knee across towards your left shoulder. Change legs. Lengthen your left leg. First of all, just pointing and flexing your ankle. Tuck your chin, flattening your back. Relaxing your foot, gently pull your leg a little closer. Bend your knee, so crossing ankle to thigh, hugging that left knee across towards your right shoulder. Place both feet back down on the floor, arms out wide. So just tilting your knees to the right, let them drop Turn your head to the left. Change sides, tilt your knees left, turn your head right. Coming back to the center, have a little stretch, have a little hug. And when you feel ready, you can come back up. Fantastic.